Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well. And in this recording, we are going to go over exactly what are the architectural plans. What are the A plans? What's in them? Who needs them? What each sheet in the set is comprised of, and how you need to think depending on your trade, how you need to think and what sheet you need to look at. So this is an overview of a module that we provide for our students that you can purchase, that you can keep lifelong. You can train your staff and always go back to remember. So let's get to what are the A plans. Right, so A stands for Apple and architectural set. And if you want to think about the architectural set, you're going to think about everything that goes in and on the building once the building has been constructed. Okay, and so it's all of the plans that begin with, or all of the construction documents, because we say plans, and that's kind of a misnomer, because plan is a particular way of looking at the sheet, and we'll go over that too. That's part of this explanation. When we go over the architectural set, we go over the plan view, section view, detail view, elevation view, because those are the views or the perspectives that we kind of learn about them or use them a lot in this set. And so again, the architectural set is everything that goes in and on the building once the building has been constructed. So when we go over the modules, we'll go over each of the plans or each of the sheets, tell you who needs it, what it is, what the symbols are, how to relate it to the other sheets, and to go over it. So just in a quick overview, our floor plan is all of our new walls, and we'll also go over this short construction schedule. So let's go through all of the sheets in this set pretty quickly. Now, in every sheet, every set, whether it's the architectural set, the civil set, the electrical set, we always have a cover sheet. And the cover sheet tells us a couple of things, gives us all of the sheets that are comprised within this set. And so in this full set, we have all of these sheets, but we're just going to go over the A plans or the architectural. Okay, and the next set gives us a construction schedule. Construction schedule shows us what comes first, what comes second in the construction. And then I kind of show my students, well, we base these days at the bottom based on the size of our estimate, and we go backwards to help our students be able to produce a construction schedule. Now this is the first of the plan views, and this is a site plan, and the site plan shows you all of the outside construction. So it's all of the symbols and lines and details and numbers you need to tell you all about the construction outside the building. Shows you the building envelope, but it's mainly giving you and this one is a very basic kind of salad kind of view of everything that would be in our civil set. And so when we go over the details of the civil set, we'll go over that as well. But this is a site plan, and they call it the MEP site plan. Some details about the site plan, more details about the site plan, more details, more. And now we get to the floor plan. The floor plan, the framer needs, and the floor plan tells us all about the new walls, even though it's called the floor plan, that are built from the ground up. And so we use this view in order to determine the lengths of each of the walls. We go and we look at the section views to help us determine the heights. And that's the basic reason for our floor plan. Now we have the floor finish plan. Finishes are anything that goes on that kind of adds to it. A finish is anything from the drywall is a finish to tile floors to paint. Those are all finishes. And so the floor finish plan shows us everything, that all the finishes on the floor, but then within each of the rooms it has another of the views that we'll review and go over in detail, called the elevation view, or the markers. These are elevation markers, and basically these are words. Every time we see a symbol, it's always a word or an idea given to us by the architect telling us to do something else, so we'll have a better perspective. So elevation markers tell us that, just quickly, for this wall, If you want to see the finishes on that wall, we're going to go to picture image 6 on page A123. All right, now this is our reflective ceiling plan. Let's see. Yeah, reflective ceiling plan. What does the reflective ceiling plan do? Just like the floor plan gives us all the new floors that are built from the ground up. The reflective ceiling plan gives us two things: all of the new wall or ceiling construction, all the new ceiling finish construction, not the ceiling construction, because if it's of a structural nature, it'll be on the civil structural set. Get it together. Let's start over. The reflective ceiling plan is the plan that shows you one of two things: all of the new ceiling finish. And if there are walls coming down from the roof joist, that's where you'll see that as well. And we'll go over all of that in detail, because floor plans can have section views, but reflective ceiling plans can have section views too. And so we have to be able to go from plan view to section view, which would bring us here, right here. And so that gives us a better indication, if we're the framer and the painter and the drywall person, what portion of framing is coming down from the ceiling, or drywall's going up past the ceiling. And so again, this will be a very detailed look at our architectural set. These are all elevation views. Who needs the elevation views in this way? We'll find that out. And then this is a kitchen, so they're always going to tell you where everything in the kitchen is going to go. Architectural set A plans. Going to give you all of the details about the interior finishes and fixtures for sure. And one of the things we will find in the architectural set is the roof finish plan, or the roof plan. Roof framing plan is a structural component, and we'll find that in the S plans. But as far as the finish and the insulation and the plywood and everything that goes above the roof joists or the roof rafters, we'll find that in the architectural set. And so this roof plan has a couple of things specific to the roof plan. We'll go over all the terminology specific to roofers, and slope and parapet and ridge and valley and all slopes and all that stuff. And why do they have these circles here? What does that mean? We'll go over all of that stuff, and how the roofer roofs. And the roofer's job is to maintain that moisture stays on the roof and down the roof drains and not enter into the building, because we make holes in our roof. And so the roofer's job is to make sure those holes are waterproof. All right, more roofing details, some more exterior elevation views. So depending on our trade, we need to have a view of the exterior of the building so we can determine a few things: how many square feet of paint we got to paint, or how much stucco, or how much brick veneer, or if we have to caulk the windows. How do we determine that? Well, that's what we need elevation views for, because it makes it very, very clear. We go over terminology like AFF. What's it mean? How do we determine scale? How do we determine if the scale is off? All this stuff specific to the architectural set. More exterior elevations, building sections. Why would we need a building section? Why would we go to a building section if there's something wrong in our plans? What good does a building section do? And it does do a lot of good. So we'll go over that. What is this? Section views. Why do we need the section view? Who needs the section view? If the roofer has the section view, what part of the section view should they be looking at? If this is here, who needs to follow that? And what exactly is that? So when we go over the review of the architectural set, we'll go over all of this in detail, show you what this all means, and also, let's go backwards, give you a good idea if you are the framer, if you're rough carpentry, if you're the brick veneer, if you're the guy that has to provide all of the screws. We're going to show you how to do material takeoff based on section views, how to break it down. This is a very valuable module to have. So not only can you purchase the module that you can keep for life, and that's $500. But for life, or you can take a class with me, which is $199, but you don't keep me for life. So, architectural set, what goes in and on the building. Once the structural set has been completed, we go over all of that. We show you what all this means, who needs what sheet, when, and how. Oops, we're at the structural set. That'll be next. All right, so if you have any questions, please let me know. And as you know, if you watch me once, my name is Stacy Johnson, and I'm the owner and operator of SF Johnson Consulting and Construction Services. You know I love what I do. I love to help my clients and my YouTube and Patreon friends. So, whatever you don't see here, make sure you subscribe at our website at any of our member services pages or on Patreon, and always ask questions because I love to give you answers. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you extremely very soon.